Hey guys, today I want to talk about why do managers love to host meetings. I'm a manager, I host and attend meetings, and that's my daily job. And I sometimes joke about this, that like 60% of my work is attending and hosting meetings. Meeting with the headquarters, meeting with our customers, meeting with our team members, meetings across multiple teams, right? Everywhere is all meeting, especially if you work in a gigantic corporation like I do. In our business units, we got like 70,000 people worldwide. So you can imagine there are many meetings. It's mostly like fill in your schedule. So I want to share about, from the manager's point of view, why do people love to host meetings, and in what ways the meetings are ineffective, and how really beneficial meetings, effective meetings can be held. Okay, I think the first thing is that hosting meetings gives the manager a sense of control, a sense of empower, especially the meeting with their subordinates, because we're working in the business, and sometimes there are things that is outside of our control, or there are problems that could not be solved immediately. And sometimes you need to think long and hard and to figure out a way. And meetings in this way become something that can be done immediately. And because you are the speaker, you are the communicator, if you are the manager, you are the one who have the power in communication, right? So this gives them a false sense of impression that they are in power, they are in control of everything. And sometimes I witness some of the leaders, they just gathering all the team members, and they're just giving this pep talk. Or sometimes they would talk about something that is grandiose, very big, very gigantic, very high level. And the execution level, the operational level employees or team members, they don't really feel that much about it. So sometimes they just want to have this feeling that they are in control. And the second thing is a sense of achievement. As I mentioned, we're doing business, and there are decisions, difficult decisions. There are long-term thinking that you need to plan out for your business to thrive and survive. So, and hosting meetings could give us a sense of achievement when we get stuck, because in the meetings you are supposedly receiving suggestions or hearing other team members out, and you're taking notes, you're writing down what you're going to do, action. So this gives you a sense of achievement, you're moving forward. But in fact, in essence, sometimes you're staying at the same place, you're not moving forward. You just host meetings just to host meetings. Okay, and that's the second point. And the third point is the dissemination of responsibilities. Sometimes we need to make big decisions, and as a leaders or as managers, sometimes you are held accountable, but you want to share that responsibility with people around you. It could be other leadership, or it could be your team members. You're feeling like, okay, I'm sharing this accountability, and I have had enough communication, and I've solicited feedback enough. So when I come to a point where I could make a decision, I'm more well informed. And also when things go wrong, you could say, hey, this has been discussed, and I haven't received any feedback saying no or any opposition opinions, so blah blah. These are the main points of, some of the pitfalls that we could fall when we host meetings. However, on the opposite side, the meetings actually is a very effective tool, first of all, to persuade and to disseminate information. I know some people say that the meetings could be just one email or two emails. Yes, some meetings are like that. However, if you are truly in the business corporation world long enough, some of the things are more sensitive. Some of the things that needs to be elaborated so the recipient knows what you actually mean and they know the delicacy inside that topic. So that is very difficult to convey in the form of email. A lot of times, there's one saying like one email, but there are hundreds of ways of deciphering what is being communicated, because you only see the written world and you don't know about what's their emotion state, the speaker's emotion state, the writer's emotion state, and what are their physical gesture and what their true feelings about it. And that is only able to be captured in the physical meeting way, where you can see their expressions, they could see their body language, and then you understand, hey, maybe there are some things that is not really appropriate to be said in the email. And in that way, I think meetings are still the best and the most effective way to communicate something, to communicate topics or communicate something you want to say. Okay, and the second thing is that meeting is a form of conversation, right? Essentially, meetings are just two people or multiple people getting together and discuss about something. And many times I found that that discussion is really helpful to identify and spot the true root cause of something. So sometimes I would just call with my team members, hey, let's have a brainstorming sessions. And I would ask them to ask questions after I say about something. So as I try to explain and say something, I'm organizing my thoughts, and maybe there are pieces over everywhere. And as I try to inform them, to tell them something, and there's a saying that, right, the best way to learn is to teach. So when I'm trying to teach something, then I identify the gap of knowledge that I have. And usually that's when the insights or the potential solutions come from. So I would ask them to ask me questions, make sure they ask questions when I'm done saying, and usually their viewpoints from a different perspective or different angles would be giving me some different angles or points where I can, actually attack the question, attack the challenges that we're doing. So I think in that way, meeting could be productive. Meeting could be meaningful if we encourage true communication and we have the open mind to exchange ideas. So what to do about if your corporation is inundated by meetings? Actually, I don't have an answer for that, because I still attend many meetings. But what I try to do is the planning phase of the meeting, just to make sure you have clear agenda and you clearly identify what is the deliverables and the expectations post the meetings. So I would just, when I send out the meeting invitation, I would say this is the topic that we're gonna discuss, and a few key bulletin points, and the end result expected after the meeting. And then and we facilitated this discussion, and we want to stay on point, and we want to take notes, and then we send out the notes, and the notes will be action-based, meaning that after you attend this meeting, and then everyone has a task, everyone should have something to do. If they are invited to the meetings, otherwise they shouldn't be invited, most of the cases, right? So make sure the recap is clear and it's action-driven and action-oriented. And that's when you host meetings. And the second thing is to protect your time. If you receive a meeting invitation and if you are not sure if you should attend and you don't know what is the clear agenda and what should you be there attending, and you could ask the person who's sending the invitation, what is expected of me to attend that meeting? Where can I contribute in that? Should I be part of that participation? Or if they cannot give you a clear answer of why you should attend and be there, then you can just deny and ignore, or you can just delegate to your team members to attend that for you. And you want to protect your time. You want to put your time in the most productive area in your work. Otherwise, your time is being broken, being shattered and fragmented by other people's agenda. What about your agenda, right? Protect your agenda like protecting your bank account. That's my advice. And I think essentially meetings are just people talking and discussing about something. So it is impossible to eliminate meetings from your work and from your life. But actually the topic is how we utilize these occasions of communication more effectively. And hopefully this gives you some insights on why managers love to host meetings. And I would be happy to hear from you. Until then, my name is Baseman. Thank you for checking it out.